Hey guys, what's going on? This is Cheney 180 and
I'm playing with myself.
I'm Chamba.
you are listening to another episode of They're Not Dolls.
Episode 278.
Pretty good.
278. Man, oh man. And as you may notice, we do not have the Fallen Fat with us tonight.
He's too busy doing 8 million and one other shows.
Yeah. He kept threatening every week for what was it, 2-3 weeks in a row. I'm not gonna be on. I'm not gonna be on.
And he's usually like there just like snacking on something. It's like, I guess I'm here now.
Yeah. Like we'll hop on it.
He's just eating a white chocolate cross.
Yeah,
right.
Yep.
It's like, how many do you have? Plenty of them.
Yeah. So he unfortunately can't make it tonight, but I'm sure he'll be back next week. So stay tuned for that. But on the other hand, we do have a very special guest tonight with us. We have the one and only, the very special Dwight Stall from the Hasbro Marvel Legends team. Welcome to the show, sir.
How you guys doing?
Good to see you. Good. How are you doing,
Look at
sir?
that slanty ceiling.
Yeah, right. Everything's crooked in Rhode Island. Everything's just a little bit off kilter.
I told him when he hopped on at first, I was like, there are those curtains that we all know and love.
Right. I think you're a valid replacement for Ernie. Anytime he's not going to be here, Dwight, will you come on in his place?
I'll be happy to. You just got to deal with coughing. I got COVID a couple of weeks ago, and I've been coughing for like weeks now, and I don't see it stopping anytime soon. So I feel fine.
Fair enough.
I can't go out in public without people looking at me like I'm the plague bearer. It's like, no, I'm good. But okay, whatever.
That's like earlier on in the pandemic, I saw some meme about that where it's like, now coughing in public is even worse than someone farting in public. You know, like it's just like you get dirty looks.
Yeah.
Like farting, okay. But not coughing.
Coughing is weird though, because like you could be choking and it's like, oh, it's COVID. I'm like, I'm choking. Help me.
Yeah. You're all, I can't breathe right now. Please, something. Yeah, no, what was it? I think I like choked on my spit or something one day when we were out and about, and so I'm like hacking my guts out, right? Like trying to catch my breath, and all these people are just all and I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm fine. The water went down the wrong pipe. I swear, I promise. I'm
They're
good.
putting their arms around their children and pulling them away.
Yeah, exactly. Like
it's like you can tell I'm choking because my face is turning red. It's actually in the wrong area.
Oh man. All right, let me go ahead and give a shout out to the channel members right now before we get started. So let me get this started here. Okay. So huge shout out to our channel members. We've got Destin Anarchy, Marvel Kicks, Berserk, Brian 3B, Silent Zombie, Dragon Eyes 69, Leave My Toys Alone, Norrin Radicals, Laser Pants, Jake Peterson, The One Fist, Matt Stringham, Jose Gonzalez, Winger Lose, Matt Logic 44, Toy Rensu, Toying Around, JLA Reject, Irvine 48, KCAS 507, Identity Complex Collectibles, Evil Diva, Yoko McCann, Billy Moon, Adam Gonzalez, Mobile Recluse, 80s Baby, Fly Zone 21, Action Figure Boncho, Customs by Machu, 78 Points of Articulation, Soul Brother, D Blake Makes, Jurassic Jesse, Nico Hodge, Bat Force Grumps, Low Key, Toy Farce, Playing With Myself, Toy Box of Doom, Papa Schmitty, Chamba, Omar V, and Mr. Ortega. Thank you all very much.
Dwight, I pay money to be on this show. That's how that works.
That's commitment. It's commitment.
Yeah. I should be committed, actually.
Oh, come on now. Just a little. Just sometimes. Just on every other weekend. That's all. All right. Oh, geez. I didn't even think about this, Adam. Who's going to do the Ernie?
I say we just skip it this week. Yep.
Oh,
Chadney
wow.
goes, no one says your name.
He's gonna be upset. He's gonna be very upset.
Right.
And he's
Do we
gonna
have to?
randomly log on and read it and then just
Yeah.
bounce back. It's like that wouldn't shock me.
No. He just pops in.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey,
Yeah.
hey." All right. Let's see. Let me do my best here. Yeah, no, I've got nothing. It doesn't work. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
All right. Big shout out to all the chat amigos in the chat. Thank you guys so much for showing up tonight. Thanks for coming and hanging out and giving a warm welcome to our guest Dwight here. So thank you so much. Make sure to hit that thumbs up, share with your friends, let them know that we are hanging out with Mr. Dwight tonight. We're going to be talking toys and whatever else we get ourselves into. If you got something you got to say and it just can't wait, make sure to hit that money symbol. We'll stop what we're doing and read your super chat. If it's polite, if it's not polite, then I'm sorry. Let's be polite here tonight, okay? Let's kick it off with Just Jeff. We got Bat Force Grumps, so One Fist, the Wrestling Hound. Woo! We got East Coast Figs in the house. Cholo Figs, Dark Bulb, Omar V, what's up? Thunder Crow is here. Berserk is first, as always. Dorian G is in the house. Santo 1414. Papa Schmitty, what's going on, man? Met is here. Norn Radicals. We got Chad Kinsler in the house. What's going on, man? He's making dreams come true every day, that guy. Lucky Butter, 78 points of articulation. Matt Logic 44, 796 Makeup Studios. The Contour King is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Anonymous Dude 123. How you doing? He said, toying around, sent him. Thank you for joining us tonight. Prime is in the house. What's up, Prime? We got, let's see, Bryant 3B, Toy Rensu, Plastic Predicaments, Ryan Carper, Scruffy Nerd, Adam Gonzalez, Catalina Wine Mixer, Ghost Dog, what's going on? Hulk AF, Customs by Machu, what's up? Darth Gutierrez, how you doing? Chicken Burger Disco's in the house, everyone. CBD, what's going on, man? What is good? Laser Pants is here as well. What's going on? Pew, pew, pew. Renee Aldretti is here. Welcome to the show.
Guy.
Craig Warwick is here. What's going on, Craig? D. Blake Makes is in the house. Ryan Carper, Tivus, Mr. Butter Golem, what's going on? Raiden, Nico Hodge, did I say that? Machu Toy is here as well. Action Figure Boncho. New York Fig Fanatic. Joker's here. Jurassic Jesse's in the house. 80s Baby, what's going on, Dario? Omega Weapon 13 is here. Oh, and it just jumped on me.
Like Dario said, skip this and get on with the show.
Yeah.
Dario's on
I'm catching up. You know what? If someone's going to put a comment in here, I want to acknowledge them. Okay.
Yes.
Come on now. Ultra Fantastico Worldwide, Princess Glam Rebel, Fighting Codenames, Rick Jones, Kaimo Films, Chris Jordan, Kicking Bird, and I think that's it. And Red Toyologist. All right. Awesome. I hope I did Ernie proud there.
You did.
All right.
Chris Jordan's already asking for more Gambit teases too, Dwight, just so you know.
Oh.
Which I don't like, whatever. I'm not going to get into that. But like, that wasn't a Gambit tease, right? Wasn't that a Morph tease?
We addressed it on Instagram already. Ryan has his jacketless so
version.
we're done. We're moving on. That's all that mattered, right? He all that mattered was that he wanted one, right? And he has one.
I have it too. I customized my Marvel Legends Gambit to have a soft goods wired. I used the Mezco jacket, and then I put like just regular, like I used a Havoc arms, I think, because they were already black. So
there you go.
Yep. So that's it.
The
Me and Ryan.
one. I did it
Smart.
as well, but yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and freaking Berserk.
He knew it was coming.
Yeah, you have to ask.
Yep. All right.
So it's like, what's a Discord?
Yeah. We got a very generous super chat from Berserk. He says, "Who's Dwight's favorite Toy Amigos Discord moderator?"
Yep.
Whichever one invites me to participate.
There you go. So
Oh.
someone send him an invite, and you will be his favorite moderator.
Yeah, you guys are letting me come out and talk to actual people. I actually have faces here. This is nice. This is as close to being able to touch people as I could get to. Doing all those things at the office with just talking to a blank screen it's not the same, man. It's not nearly as much fun or love, right? I mean, it's just I don't know. I love being with you guys in person. It's like that's where the joy comes from, like hearing the actual questions and the conversations that come from it. When it's just one way, it's not as I don't know, rewarding, I guess.
Makes sense.
Dwight, can I make fun of you already? Are you gonna leave if I do that early on?
I don't know how to turn this thing off. Apparently what I learned over the last week is I don't know how to count, and I don't know how to turn these things off. So
there you go.
Math is
hard. Friend of the show, he's probably asleep already because it's late over there. But Dan Who says hi, and I wanted to recount the little story that that I had about you with Dan Who and live streams, and you learning so much about live streams, because Dwight apparently a few weeks ago was watching a replay of Dan Who's live stream, and he saw me comment in the live stream chat.
Yep.
And he texted me and he goes, "Tell Dan I say hi." And I write back just a series of question marks, and he's like, Tell Dan Who I say hi. And I was like, Dwight, are you watching the live stream that was like 8 hours ago? Because I'm not with him currently. Like, I don't.
I'm a very busy people. Okay. I can't be bothered with time zones and
time
numbers
and
and other continents. I mean, come on, man.
It's like, listen, I'm a big Kang fan in general, but I do not control the time stream. So it's like, it doesn't work out that way, but good times.
Okay. Cheney's now my favorite.
Don't let him bully you, Dwight. Don't let him.
Dwight's throwing beef at Australia, Chamba. Are you going to take that?
What? We like beef. We like beef here. Aussie beef is good, actually.
Outback Steakhouse.
No, not that.
No.
Yeah,
that's very not Australian.
Yeah,
you guys can't make me laugh. I'm going to die if I laugh too much.
All right, we got a very generous super chat from East Coast Figs. Just want to put it out there in the universe and say that I would love, in capital letters, a classic Better A Bill Legends figure, and I will buy 5. That's a promise,
that's all
brother.
That he needs.
I want that too. I would like that too.
Right? Hasbro, as a publicly traded company, you only need to sell 5 of each figure, right?
Oh, yeah. That totally beats our minimal order quantities.
Yeah. Good job, East Coast Figs.
It's all the budgets in the line, right?
Yeah. Done now. It's a sure thing.
That'll keep the lights on for a whole 1.5 seconds.
Yeah.
If you're lucky. All right. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into our hauls this week. We'll start off with you first, Dwight, since you're the guest. If there's anything you got this week that you could talk about, obviously.
Secretly, it doesn't have to be this week either, Dwight.
Oh, yes. That's just,
So, honestly, no one.
Yeah. I can be legit. I could actually be legit, even though I didn't actually do it. Ryan, my brother in arms, hooked me up with the Bone Breaker wave.
Nice.
So I can, take all of my security coded ones to the shredder and have them all destroyed, and then I can move on to having the real thing. So I got myself Bone Breaker, which makes me very, very happy, and I got this one just for myself just the other day. I had to get my other namesake. So
your fellow beet farmer.
Exactly.
What are your other standouts in the? I know Bonebreaker, obviously, because you're such a big Reavers fan. But what are the other standouts for you in that wave?
For the potential future use, Vulcan, I'm super excited for, just to have that tool to use. We've already
Who
made it
digitally
onto
sculpted that Vulcan?
I don't remember. We work with so many talented people. I can't recall who worked on that one.
Ah, man, that backfired.
It's probably some little annoying guy or company that he works for, right?
That's not nice to say that about Renee, actually.
I would never say bad things about Renee.
No, it's a real good one. I think that one's going to give us a lot of fun use going forward over many years. So that's the hopes, anyways, right?
I think I'm looking forward to Havoc the most myself from that wave. I mean, like, I want Vulcan for sure, but like a perfect classic Havoc has been something I've wanted since the Toy Biz one came out, because I hated the Toy Biz one at the time. I'm sorry. I know, like,
it's not like you worked there then either, right?
Well, I know I'm offending like people probably, but in general, it was like that. The third or fourth generation bullseye mold was getting kind of gangly, and I did not like the expression on the head. So I mean, like, in general, very much looking forward to Havoc.
Yeah, it was nice to do a more classic one of them. I wanted to do that a long time ago, but it seemed back then that it wasn't that long since when Toy Biz had made theirs. So it made sense to do the more modern version all those years back. But now, a few years separated from that one, it was great to do one with that big 3 pronged helmet thing. So, and the power effects turned out really nice on him. I'm really
the power
happy
effects
with
are
those,
very
yeah.
cool. We worked on the Havoc, but we did not work on the power effects, and I love the new power effects. I think those are very cool.
Yeah, those power accessories are killer for sure.
And like Havoc is actually one too. We'll say, like, I'll probably get text messages from Ryan or Dan if I'm saying things I'm not supposed to, but that classic Havoc, we actually did that a while ago. Like, it's like one of the things that while we work on stuff, we'll occasionally do like bits and pieces here and there that you then pull out years later.
Yeah, it depends what rock we're trying to hide things under at the time. So we sometimes have I have a coffee mug at the office of the unused things that we've made, just so that I can remember.
I like that they're safe in a coffee mug.
they're in a Shield coffee mug sitting on my desk. So
nice.
That's
a coffee mug.
Yeah.
Huge one,
yeah. Don't tell your secrets on air though. Now someone they're gonna be like, that's the one, the Shield one over there. That's all the stuff that he wants to use down the road.
They're gonna try and zoom into it.
Yeah,
try and find a way to.
That's the one. We got a very generous. Yeah. We got a generous super chat from Toybox of Doom. He says, would love to see Apocalypse get the Galactus/Sentinel treatment. The old Toy Biz one was cool, but you guys would do way better now. Just a thought.
That would
is Apocalypse one that everyone wants like a giant version of? Because like he does change size and like it's in the comics, but like I like personally I like an Apocalypse that's like, I don't know, 9 inches or so. I want him to be towering over the other guys, but I don't necessarily want like a giant
But
one.
Marvel vs. Capcom, he's like,
yeah, that's true.
That's true.
He's a giant hand.
All right.
So.
You just, and now I know Team Cheney is Marvel vs. Capcom land as well. So all right.
No, I think I'm with you, Adam. Like, I don't really want like a giant Apocalypse. I mean, I've got all the Sentinels back there, so it's like it's like not. I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong.
It's not common. It'd be cool, but it's not a common one for sure.
Yeah, I'd be open to it. I mean, you guys, those people who've talked to me know how much I love Apocalypse. Apocalypse and Strife are my 2 favorite villains of all time. So, I would totally love to have the opportunity to make something like that at some point. We'll add it to the list. You never know, right? I mean, it's just we've been living with that 8-inch version for a while now, and that's I think we still have a couple more uses off of some of those parts to make other apocalypse to get out there. But I think I hadn't thought about doing a 26-inch version of him, but man, that would look awesome. I will say though, the Toy Biz one, that Build-A-Figure is still one of the, in my opinion, one of the best Build-A-Figures of the Toy Biz era. That was a beautiful piece.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice.
All right. Well, since we're kind of talking about this, I just wanted to give a shout out to you guys for putting these new shoulder pads on here. I really like these things a lot. Like,
mine actually is getting delivered tomorrow from Hasbro Pulse. Are they're the ones that are trapped in the ball socket, so they rotate like War Machine has and everything?
No, they're just a new sculpt, so they're not the old ones. As you can see, they kind of droop down a little bit.
Down, yeah.
Gotcha. And these ones are just straight out. So I don't know why, but I don't know, cool. Man. It makes me like that figure so much more.
It's one of my favorite ones. It's one of my favorite Wolverines in our lines right now. I think from the head sculpts to some of those little elements, it's definitely top 5 Wolverines of all time for me. I want to do a version of him without the cell shading and put him into a more traditional.
That's what we're talking about.
Wolverine version, but got to find when the stars align, we'll get to it, right?
For sure.
Yeah. I'm sure there'll never be a time where you guys can't put out Wolverine figures. We got another very generous super chat from Austin Kaiser. Let's see.
It's a wish list.
It's literally a list.
Yeah, it's a wish list. Number 1, first appearance X-Men team box set. Number 2, Guardians of the Galaxy team box set. 3,
like which because like they
which
like
comic?
There was the Entertainment Earth one, which was a pretty great box set. It's older at the time, but cool.
3, Comic Mandarin. 4, HasLab Giant Man, and 5, HasLab Punisher Van.
I could get behind all of those.
Yeah. So my question is, how many times have you heard people say they want the Punisher Van?
Yeah,
spout out wish list. The Punisher Van is tough though, because it's like what makes it in there? Yeah, what makes it interesting? Like a gun rack with a ton of guns, and like obviously I know, and like this is me speaking as just a fanboy and not as anyone like that knows anything, but like guns are a tricky subject in general. We all know that. So making a Punisher van, which is just an all black van, interesting,
no windows,
is gonna be tough.
Well, I think
that's gonna be a tough one.
I think you got to show a chapter that no one knows about, Frank, and put like one of those giant unicorn wizard paintings on the side of it. You
got it airbrushed.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he took it to his buddy in the late 1980s, and
gosh,
he has a wizard riding a unicorn battling a dragon on the side of his van, and now we're talking. Now we got some,
and then a big wolf face on the back of it.
with a 1-inch shag carpet inside.
Yes. It's even got the little sink in there too. Oh man, those vans, there's something else.
All right, we're just going into wish list time instead of finishing our hauls.
We should continue on. Chamba, what did you get this week?
Nothing.
Okay. Look at that. All right, I will go next. I got a couple things in this week. Let's see. We'll go this one first. Shout out to Posable Productions. He put out these collars that you could use on your Marvel Legends if you want to, if you know what I mean. Let's see how it fits on this one right here. So you can depower your mutant if you want.
Nice.
Cool.
So yeah, he had those up and I hadn't got any yet, so I jumped on it and I got the last 2 sets. So Thank
Are
you
they
very
are
much.
they a grown piece or are they a cast piece?
I believe it's all 3D printed. so
Yes, I
it'd be
believe
grown-
it's yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
And that's it. You said it was Posable Productions, right?
Yes.
So
Posable
Posable Productions, Dwight, you've probably seen it, but he's also the same guy that does the ACBA pictures, but recreates the X-Men trading cards using Marvel Legends,
Okay.
which are dope. Like, it's super cool. I have all
they look
3
awesome.
sets of those. I want to
look
actually
awesome.
get them framed. I've been hunting for a baseball card frame to display them
Oh, yeah,
proudly
there
on
you
my
go.
wall.
All right. And then I got in this thing right here, another Mechatro Wego.
Oh, it's a Tiffany's robot.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
that.
for all the ladies.
But what's cool about this is, you know, it of course that's not gonna work for me now.
Yep.
It's a little dilly there. There we go. So you can pop that down and then it opens wide up
And freezer full.
to show the figure in there. So this thing's awesome. And then it does light up. It's got like little lights in the back here. And
Butt
then
lights.
There's tail
Yeah.
lights.
yeah, and
Yep.
then there's lights in the front right here. And then, you know, it moves all around and whatnot. But yeah, this is my second one. The other one I have is like all white. It's the DIY one.
Darn it. I like that one.
Oh, this one's so cool, man. It's perfect for Boma. Perfect.
Mhm.
So I think that was it. I got this and
Jeez, you guys are
just
not
those.
buying any toys. You're being all responsible, financially responsible.
all right,
Hey.
Papa, hit the timer.
Don't
Don't worry, Grumps. I did not forget about you. I promise. I didn't forget about you. Tomorrow morning, I will definitely do that. Don't worry.
This is all weird secrets happening. Secrets. So I got this guy in. We were talking about it like last week or the week before, but it's the Spike Transformers Hasbro. And I was like, hey, this looks pretty good. And I thought that it might replace the Masterpiece one. But now that I have them both side by side, I think
Which you like more?
the Masterpiece is still a little bit more articulated, so
Okay.
it wins. Like, there's elements on this one that I actually really like, but there's more articulation on the Masterpiece that came with Bumblebee. So this one is likely staying on my shelf. And if Ernie, if you watch this, which you probably won't because you're not on it, but
Exactly.
if you want this, I'll put it into my pile of free toys for Ernie. So,
Well, I want it.
oh, do you really?
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't Transformers very hard,
Is
Jamie. so I
is
would
that
be
the one that
surprised.
came with Bumblebee?
Well, the Masterpiece is, but not the one that I'm
Oh,
gonna give away.
oh,
Hey, look, Ernie's actually in chat. He's watching.
yes, please.
Yes, please.
He's like, he heard free toys.
It's the
Yeah.
first thing he said.
It's like, that's
Yeah.
it. Ernie is joining us from Anaheim, right? He's in Anaheim right now. Star Wars
I
celebrating.
think he might be on his way.
Oh.
He might be commuting.
He's got Evil Divas driving, so that
Yeah.
way he can watch.
Or she's typing for him. Either one.
Someone said free.
Yeah, exactly.
So while speaking of our friend the Fallen Fett, I got this guy in from Target. So this is the Droids Boba Fett, and I ripped into it. I tore the package open. I gave my son the coin because he is a little leprechaun that collects gold coins apparently. And yeah, I have a little Droids Boba Fett that is going to keep me company or something. Next up, I went and I hit up my local toy store in Burbank, Blast from the Past. It's a cool toy store. I actually got my the Nacelle Group, the toy shops of local toy. I should know the name of the store.
Just
the
try and
show.
say one word at a time in
Yeah,
order.
what is it? It's the toy store show. Toy Stores of the World. I think that's what it is. Anyway,
are you just gonna keep saying things?
yeah, random things. That's it. Like it's like you're watching me have like a stroke live on air.
Toy store on the corner with the bricks and the pavement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But they Nacelle Group makes Passport where you can go and get stamped, and Blast from the Past is one of the toy stores. So I went and I got my Passport stamped, and I also picked up this DC Collectibles Icons Dead Man, mostly because I felt like I needed to buy something when I went in there. So I was like, Dead Man is skinny and super articulated. He's missing thigh swivels, just like all McFarlane figures. But in general, he's pretty cool. And he comes with like a little rubbery dead man possessed thing that you can put onto other action figures, like he's taking over their body.
That's cool.
So thought it was kind of cool. And then my final toy thing is not a new one, but it's something I thought Dwight might actually be interested in this. So got Mr. T here. But what I did was, because I was cleaning up this room, I decided to take my Mattel San Diego Comic-Con exclusive Mr. T and then put it onto an extra G.I. Joe classified Roadblock figure. So it basically just, the Roadblock has way more articulation, and the stuff all fit on with just heat. So I didn't have to like change anything. You could see like in this lighting, it really looks different. Like the skin tones aren't exact, but there's not too much of the skin tone on skin tone. So I think it looks pretty cool. And it's a really articulated Mr. T that now fits in with the G.I. Joe classified line. So
Nice.
I pity the fools that don't appreciate that.
Yeah.
nice. Good job. I like that. Then literally right before we got on air, I ran out because I just got a special delivery.
Rip
into it, which I did already. I preemptively ripped into it, but I haven't looked yet. But this is from our very own D. Blake Makes, who was just recently on a Chat Migos episode. And yeah, I placed an order and I am going to open it right here in front of you guys. So hopefully he didn't put anything inappropriate in here. Or maybe,
wink, wink.
hopefully he did.
Oh.
Wink, wink. Yeah. Let's see.
All right, let me read the super chat while we wait then.
Do it.
We got a super chat from the Butter Baron himself toying around. Did I miss Dwight's haul? Question mark. Also,
Yes.
can't wait. Can't wait to build Mojo.
Should record it.
Yeah.
Please do, Kevin. Please do.
Dwight, are you going to include instructions to build Mojo, or is he going to be instruction free?
I think he's instruction free, but he's
Uh-oh.
pretty.
Kev's never going to be able to get it together then.
I think it's pretty self-explanatory.
Ugh.
Well, a lot of people said that about MODOK, and it took Kevin about 30 minutes plus to get that thing together.
There's no tricky hair pieces that you have to figure out what the correct order is for Mojo. Mojo just has his beautiful coiffed metal hair braids pulled back. So
Nice.
This is an epic package that I got here. So first off, D. Blake Makes. Check him out. Instagram. He makes awesome signs. You're about to see them.
And he's
Dwight,
an awesome dude.
He is. He's a very, very cool dude. And Dwight, I know that Steve Evans, Mr. Stevie on Instagram, is also a big fan. And I think he's been trying to sell you on some of D. Blake Makes stuff, which you'll see in a second. But first, I want to show. I got it's me.
That's awesome. Let me do it.
Nice.
Spitting image likeness.
You
All right.
Glasses on though.
I know. I'd take them off, but I'd be blind. So first up, check this out. I can't these are so cool. And he has on his Instagram page, he shows like his making of. So I got a really nice Marvel one to hang up with my Marvel Legends. And then I know Cheney was like, he called this one out immediately.
Well,
so
duh.
he was like, oh,
Let's hold on. Wait, let's see if Dwight can guess, because I'm sure Dwight probably knows as
well.
Yeah. What do you think?
What other logos do you think I would get, Dwight?
that I'm allowed to say on air.
A Marvel character. Who's one of my favorites? Come on.
Of your
You don't know
favorites
this.
that I'm allowed to
Jesus.
say on air.
Yeah, and this all counts as my haul. This is
Yes.
great.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're making me think it's like over midnight here. Nice.
So not one, but two different Deadpools, which I have a dedicated Deadpool shelf. So these
You never
will
know
be
when the horizontal or the stacked one's going to come and play.
exactly. It depends on different space.
You put
But
one on
like-
the shelf, you put one on a gold chain around your neck, you're all set.
Oh man,
Oh,
that would be cool.
Ooh.
I like that idea.
No, you picked the wrong one. What's wrong with you?
Lots of things, actually.
That boy ain't
There's
right.
all sorts of things wrong
I
with
just,
me.
I just figured out what your superhero name would be. Dead Fool.
Yep. And I have my top 3 favorite superheroes, one of which I share with Cheney, being Wolverine, but Deadpool, and then the one that I probably own the most toys and action figures of across the board.
That
And
looks
then
great.
That's pretty.
I
That's
just did the X-Men theme song
What do you
for Spider-Man. Yeah, that's right. Shut up, guys. Just go with it, all right? Just go with
So
it.
what are you doing?
I don't know.
Deadpool nailed it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Then there's 2 left. 2 left. Here we go. This is this one is very special because it's special for myself and our not here tonight friend, Mr. Fallen Fett, because hopefully someday we can get our matching tattoos.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So a little Arashikage symbol here.
Are you holding that upside down?
Boop.
I don't remember what's right. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'd have to like look.
Let me see. I got a couple of those right next.
All of my stuff is too far away for me to see. I have bad
Broken
vision.
bars on the top.
Broken bars on the top. Okay, so then that way.
Yeah.
And last, but certainly not least, and the biggest of all of them. Boom! This one needs to go on a big gold chain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Toy
Green,
Bigos, Toy
green
Bigos.
chain.
Boom.
Yeah, green chain. Or get one made in gold and make Ernie wear it around.
Oh, yeah.
But
But
these,
that,
I like,
that T at the top would cut his neck open though.
seriously. But like all of these guys, they're so beautiful. He does awesome work. Go
Yeah.
check him out. It's D Blake Makes on Instagram.
Those are cool.
And yeah, these, like, you can see he's got links on his Instagram page with all of the different logos that he's done. And I believe there's pricing lists and everything. So go, please do yourself a favor, check it out. You will go down a rabbit hole of spending. And time, Papa Schmitty. That's it.
Bing.
He wasn't timing it, I don't think.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think so. He
Oh,
said no
Ernie's still
timer
watching.
tonight.
Not timing tonight,
Yeah.
I believe.
Ernie said, "Oh man, beautiful. Oh man, beautiful."
You're beautiful, Ernie. We miss you.
Oh, look at that. All right, let's get into it here. So we are done with hauls. That will bring us to some toy talk. You want to talk about new releases, Dwight?
Yeah. What do you guys want to talk about?
All right.
You will see. We're going to pull them up on screen and be all professional about it.
Yeah. Check it out. Look at this. Now I have the X-Men song stuck in my head. Adam, thank you.
You mean the Spider-Man theme song?
Yes, the
Yep,
Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
theme song.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remix.
All right. So if you missed last week's episode, we did have a little snafu for some reason. YouTube took it down and said that we violated something, but we didn't, because I contacted support immediately after, and they're like, oh yeah, no, that's a glitch. The two other people that I just talked to before you, they're having the same issue. You didn't do anything wrong. We're going to figure out what's going on. So that's why it wasn't available on YouTube all day on Friday. So if you missed the episode, go tune in, check it out. We had a great time. It was cool. Good times.
It wasn't
were had.
actually a YouTube glitch though, Cheney. It was at the 32-minute mark, 32 at 47. I think there was a nip slip.
I highly doubt that, but anyway.
Oh,
yeah.
whoops.
Yep.
No.
No.
Maybe.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. Not at
I must be thinking of something different.
It must have been another show you were on.
It's possible. It's totally possible. The After Dark edition for sure.
Must have been one of those many shows that you or Ernie are on. All
That's
you
right.
guys doing all your other shows.
It's how we roll.
Yeah. Very true. Okay. Let's see. Where do we want to begin here? Did you want to comment on the Mayfex stuff, Adam?
Sure.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you the same comment that I told you when we posted it in the Toy Amigos chat that we're in?
Sure, if you want to, you're more than welcome.
Okay, I think that it was something like boring. I mean, like, here's the deal. It's a beautiful figure. It's so far after the fact that I don't know. I mean, like, it's cool, but I'm just not. I wasn't hyped about any of these Mayfex reveals, because we got Rescue, we got Black Noir from the boys.
Mm-hmm.
Did we get one other also?
No, that's it.
Yeah,
It was
that's
just-
it.
Oof. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah,
That's like Black Noir is cool because it's like, oh, I can get basically a Mayfex Snake Eyes that's like a head swap away.
Pretty much.
But it's a Mayfex Snake Eyes that's $90 with a giant crotch. Like, so I mean, his crotch isn't as big as the Neca version.
Oh,
of
this
that
one
character.
doesn't have anything on the Neca.
Yeah, the Neca one is definitely packing more heat, but this
Mhm.
one like is still no slouch in that department. But again, I don't know. It's hard for me to get excited about that. I like the boys, but I don't like the boys $90.
Mhm.
Okay, fair enough. Dwight, do you mess with any of the Mayfex stuff at all?
No, they've priced out of my comfort zone as I become an older, more curmudgeon-y man.
But look, you get a decapitated head.
And a teddy bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I barely ever dip into those big high things. It's like Adam said, I got to be at a convention floor to buy anything because I don't use computers, so I don't often get a chance to get a hold of these things.
Oh man, that's got to
Do you
be
watch-
so nice.
Do you watch
Yeah.
the boys or do you not watch the boys?
I do.
Yeah.
What, the season 3 comes out in the next
Soon.
month or so?
Yeah.
Soon. Yeah.
Soonish, yeah.
Yeah. No, I try to watch as much of the pop culture-y things that tie into the worlds of that we're all into, just because it's nice to see what other people are doing, to compare and contrast and just see what else is out there. That's kind of I'm always looking for something good to binge, so and never anything wrong with that.
You mean you don't just only collect Hasbro products and only watch Disney stuff?
Oh wait, I mean damn you, you set me up.
Yeah.
Oh!
Unlike you,
Got him.
Cheney, Dwight is actually a big Storm Collectibles fan.
Yes, because I hate Storm Collectibles.
Sorry, Dwight, that's an ongoing joke. Cheney
Yeah.
actually does like Storm Collectibles, but for some reason people think he doesn't. Because
It's
Yeah,
because
reasons.
I had stated I like the SH Figuarts Street Fighter figures more than the Storm Collectibles ones, and somehow
Okay.
that turned into me hating the Storm Collectibles Street Fighter figures.
Automatically.
Yeah, it's like no, I buy both of them.
He's got all of them.
Yeah, I think I'm missing one or two characters
Mhm.
from the Storm line, and it's like No, I like them. I like what they're doing, but I prefer the SHF ones better. So
I'm looking down here because I had Sagat under my desk just like a day or so ago, but I think it's in my basement now. Yeah, no, I love the Street Fighter ones. I'm heartbroken because the convention, it's all the world fell apart right when they were launching their Dark Soccer figures, and by the time I get back to a convention floor, I'm afraid I'm going to have missed 2 or 3 different versions of those Dark Stalkers that I may never have.
There's like 8 different color variations of Dimitri, so you might be
I think
okay.
you'll be all right. Yeah.
But I'm not going to be at a show for another.
They're all blue.
Yeah.
I will buy you one.
Yeah.
You just have to tell me
They're all different
which
shades of
color
blue,
blue you
Yeah.
want. Because there's
Yeah.
seriously, there's so many different color blue versions. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I want the best one.
Is,
I
I
want
think
the
one
best
is
blue one.
teal. Yeah.
the teal one.
I have it.
We got a very generous super chat from Matthew Toy. It says hashtag justice for SHF Street Fighter. Agreed.
Facts.
Agreed. Preach.
I love the old. Do you guys remember was it Soda's Street Fighter line?
Soda was good.
Yes. So
Those were
good.
those were
I'm-
awesome. I
I'm
think I
familiar
had
with
every
Soda.
one of those. I think I had every one of those. I love those things back then. The amount of bits and pieces that came with them, they were great.
Oh,
Yeah.
just a heads up. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta pre-orders are closed on Ami already.
Wow, that went
Already
fast.
closed.
Yeah, it's been about
Wow.
2 minutes. So
Yeah. Better
That's
go to those other
nuts.
sites.
Mhm.
It's a good thing I don't care about that.
Yeah,
just a
same
heads
here.
up. as well.
Yeah, same here.
Just a heads up.
Radzoyal just brings up a good point though while we're talking about imports in general. It's the yen is weak. So the Black Noir figure is actually, I was saying $90, but it's only $60
$60
currently before shipping because of the exchange rates right now. So
Which is good price.
now is a good time to be buying expensive
Mhm.
imports.
Yeah,
'Cause
buy
they're
yourself a
slightly less
computer,
expensive.
Dwight.
Yeah. It has to be from Japan though, because
Yeah.
the conversions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Japan.
It's the only way to make it work.
Yeah.
My whole family just looks at me like I'm a complete idiot. My children, like, all they do, they'll come, Dad, can I have your credit card? Why? I'm buying something, and then they wander off, and
Is it because they know that you talk about live streams like hours later as if they're happening right then? That's
Yeah.
yeah, no, it's like I don't. I mean, I am an idiot, but I do know how to buy things online. I've chosen not to because I don't want to open that well.
It is
I
dangerous.
prefer to
absolutely.
go see things like in my childlike mind of when I bought toys. I want to go someplace and I want to be there and I want to experience everything that goes along with it, whether that's at a store or at a convention. And that's where I do my buying. And if I don't see it, I don't get it, because if I allow myself to just buy anything and everything I want online, I'm going to not have a wife anymore. And I, won't have this nice house because there's just too much awesome stuff out there. So I prefer to not bother. I prefer to not allow myself to shop online because I don't want to open that dark well up to myself.
That's very smart. That's very smart. I won't watch some like shows because of that. Like I'm like, that looks cool. But they've been putting out figures for that for a very long time. So if I start watching that, it's all bad for me.
You're gonna want it.
Yeah, I'm gonna start backtracking and then like, oh, it's all over. It's all bad.
I normally do pretty good about when there's something like that I fall in love with, that I can usually resist not buying deep into a line, and instead just kind of picking my one or two favorite type of things. Like I was having a conversation with Lenny on the G.I. Joe team just the other week, and I was like, he gifted me a couple of amazing classified figures, and I'm like, I'm done. I don't ever need to buy another one. I know very well that you're probably going to make better versions down the line, but the ones you gave me are really awesome, and I don't need another Snake Eyes, or whatever it is. It's like the one he gave me is awesome, and that fills that need in me to have him on a shelf somewhere, so I can just move on.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, let's talk about this Ninja Turtles SDCC box set here. I know me and Chamba said our thoughts on Tuesday about it. So where are you at, Adam and Dwight?
This is, I think, like a perfect exclusive. You know, this is one of those things where it's like, it's not a necessary like, it's like, hi, it's unmutated versions of 4 of the, you know, main characters: Bebop, Rocksteady, Baxter Stockman, and Splinter, in their unmutated forms. It's like perfect. Like, this is what NECA continues to show. Like, they know what they're doing. Like, this is smart. I love it. It's a great idea. I don't need this exclusive. However, I am tempted by this exclusive. Like, this is one where I'm like, they all look really good. I do not have room to display them. Like, I have so many NECA Ninja Turtles with the movie stuff, cartoon stuff, video game stuff, and Mirage that I'm like, I don't need this at all. But if I will be at San Diego Comic-Con. So if I have the opportunity to buy this, if the line's not crazy long, or if they have another exclusive that I'm after, there's a very good chance that I will wind up owning this.
Okay. Fair enough. Do you collect this line at all, Dwight? Or
No, I missed my opportunity. I was a fool a couple of years ago when they were doing the 2-packs of I don't remember which ones. I don't say Leo and Raph and Don and Mike, you know, and they were at Target and they were like $50, and I picked them both up because they were both there. And at that moment in time, I'm like, I don't want to drop $100. So I put them back on the shelf and I walked away from them, and then never did I see them again. And it was just kind of like that. And for me, I would be happy with the 4 Turtles and a Shredder and maybe a Casey Jones, and I could be like, okay, I'm done. All the other ones are amazing, but I don't need to go that deep. But when I passed on the, you know, I had them and I let them slip out of my fingers, and you know, it was you know, classic 101 toy moron move. It's like, you know, you got them.
You see it, buy it.
Why did you put it back? You know.
Yep.
Put the milk back for a week and go without and just drink you have your cereal with water for 5 days. You know, so that's what that was. That would have been the right decision.
Yeah, there's still one set that I remember. I was at Target and I had it in my hands, and it was a Clone Trooper set from the Clone Wars. It's like from like the cartoon, but they were the ARC Troopers, so they were all like kind of like, I think they've redone them now in the vintage collection, but back then they had that box set, and I'm like holding it and I'm like, oh man, I want to get this. And I asked my wife, I'm like, I don't really need it, but I want it. Like, should I get it? She's like, no. I'm like, okay. So I put it back, and I never saw it ever again. I've never seen that box set, not at a convention, nowhere. Like, I've looked online, and it's like, yeah, I'm not going to pay that price for it. But so I just kind of like, okay, I guess that was, you know, I made my choice there and then. So, all right, let's move along here. Let's talk about Morph real quick.
Your favorite character, Janie?
My favorite character. Yep. Yeah. So
Dwight,
Adam,
I'm gonna throw this out there just because like I'm putting you on the spot a little bit, but you know how like you guys keep getting different toy influencers and YouTube guys to like, hey, early samples and look at it. Cheney is a giant X-Men fan, and he literally despises Morph. I feel like it would be so unbelievably perfect to have Cheney have a first look at Morph. Just throwing that out there into the universe. Yeah, if you want to jot any notes down for Dan or Ryan, I just feel like it would be
morphs to Cheney for
so perfect.
Cheney, though, you might like the figure. That's the thing.
No,
like, you probably think
that's the thing. Is like, okay, like I don't like this this version of this character. Like I didn't like him when I was a kid. And
Dwight's never even watched the cartoon, so he's in the same boat with you, Cheney.
Yeah,
you
so
guys are
like what is it?
spirits.
Like almost 30 years or something like later now. It's like, yeah, I still don't really care for him, but I know a lot of people know and love this character, and that's cool. I understand that. Me, no, but I do notice there's things that happen here. Like there's these little differences and little things that you guys have been throwing in on these animated figures that I do really enjoy. Like the legs here, pinless, and the straps are now sculpted in. Like that's cool. Great. I dig that.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks, man. They're all inset into the thing. Let me explain one thing, because I since this went live, I know some savvy fan noted that the thigh bands should be lower on the legs. They're where they are because that's where the articulation breaks lie on the figure, and it was the most secure way for us to do it was at the break points have those bands inset and then snap together. So it matches
articulation.
It hides a point of articulation. It aligns both the top and the lower ones with those articulation breaks. It was just the most effective way for us to do it, and it matches how we've done a lot of these types of things in the past. I know it's not it's not perfect with the heights, but it was the most secure way for us to develop this, to have it locked in there for you guys, so that you don't have those. Ryan had a fun post earlier with the band, a guy holding the bands in his hands. They won't slide around anymore. They're gonna stay put, which is really nice. And then maybe they're in the right place, or maybe it's nice opportunity to do a few more characters that might have some blue and yellow straps.
That is what I'm screaming right there.
Yep.
Woohoo!
Dwight's phone is suddenly going off. Speaking of which, Cheney, I still don't have any powers, but you should pull up Soul Brothers comment.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a good one.
I'm enjoying this final appearance with Adam on the
Indeed. But Morph is up for pre-order already on Hasbro Pulse, and I pre-ordered it.
This was one of the few figures that Ryan came over to my office to actually make some design comments on. It's funny when something strikes a nerve with him, or that you hit that passion chord, because Ryan's a funny guy. He's incredibly passionate for this stuff, but he comes off so calm and even keel. But so on the rare occasion when he comes over to me, it's like, hey, I want you to change this, look at this. It's really funny. And this was one of those characters that he came into my office and made it a special point of, can you change this? I think it would be better if it was this way. And it happens very rarely, but it's just funny because, like I said, he just always comes off so even keel, and every once in a while you strike that nerve of something that he really, like playing card, really cares about, and all of a sudden there's a different level, which is fun.
X-Men, awesome. X-Men the animated series for Ryan, I guess, and then Dan would be Age of Apocalypse stuff, right? Like, so there.
Yeah, and his he loves that the Spider-Man animation.
Spider-Man animated, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The that
Thank you, Dwight. Thank you.
Nice callback.
Yeah, that one. So, yeah, we talked about this on Tuesday, but I don't hate the sculpt here. I don't hate the legs. Like I don't personally like the character. That's just where I'm at. But the job that you guys did doesn't bug me.
Dwight, I have a question for you. Is that jacket reuse of the Cyclops pack, or is it a new jacket?
Well, that's the old man.
Things.
That's the old man.
The
Logan
old man
jacket.
Logan / Cyclops love triangle used jacket.
The
right?
PVC sleeve, and I believe it's the Netflix Punisher arms.
Right. Yeah. I thought it was. Do you know what the torso is underneath there? Are you allowed to say that or no?
It's Vulcan.
It's Vulcan's torso. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, I did think that, but
yeah, those new pieces were built on the
Vulcan body.
Vulcan. Yeah.
Yep. Cool.
All right.
Let's
move right along.
Wicked.
All right. Oh, we got to talk.
Oh no,
about
go
this.
don't skip the other one because I actually I know Ernie's not here, but I still Star Wars.
Ah. All right.
I'm
Well,
excited about these.
I think they're
actually,
cool. Yeah.
This is it's basically Jazzwares is bringing back Star Wars Micro Machines. I don't think that they're called Micro Machines, even though Jazzwares has the Micro Machines license.
Micro Galaxy Squadron.
Okay, Micro Galaxy Squadron, and I believe they're already like pre-sold out on Amazon and Target. Which is a bummer because like I actually wanted to grab some. These I used to love the Micro Machines, but even before the Micro Machines, and I think I've talked about this before with you guys, but back in the day, I think it was Galoob, or was it Kenner? Dwight, you might even know this, but they did the Star Wars, the micro play sets this before Micro Machines. So it was little metal figures.
I think it was Galoob. I think it was
Galoob. Yeah, so there were little tiny metal figures with like play sets basically, and like then the Micro Machine line came out and was awesome and was a continuation of that with the ships, and now this is that reborn. Come back to us all. So I'm excited. I think this is great. Little tiny figures, which again is a throwback to what we were just talking about recently, where Chamba had gotten a Matchbox car, and I was like, oh, it should come with like a little figure for it, because it's like just instead of just being an empty car, it's cool to have like, yeah, even if they're not painted like crazy or whatever.
These ones are painted.
Yeah, these ones are actually pretty decently painted, and it's like to have a character where it's like if you can see the cockpit or whatever, and you can see that there's someone in it, that to me makes a world of difference. It's like, yeah, I can use my imagination when playing with this stuff, but like I like seeing like, hey, there's a tiny little pilot or whatever. And like I'm an articulation junkie. You guys know this, but like stuff like that, they don't need articulation, you know, like this is a tiny little pilot. So these are dope. I mostly am going to be into these because I am going to try to talk my son into liking these. He's a giant Star Wars fan. So I think that he may like be totally into these. We'll see, because mostly he only plays video games and with Legos these days. So hopefully I can get him into something new.
Right.
See, I wanted to talk about Star Wars.
I'm a sucker for little figures and collections and things. It's like, you know, I love my Lego minifigures. I got a billion of those things. I loved Muscle back in the day. Only the pink ones, mind you, only the pink ones. But it's like, you know, those little, and I actually had some of those ones you were talking about. Those are little metal die-cast ones from the Star Wars line back in the late 70s, early 80s. So I don't know. There's just something about having a collection that you can put in your hand or take with you anywhere, especially from my kid brain side. Back when I was actually playing with these things, it was awesome to take, you know, 20, 30 things with you just because they didn't cost that much and you could buy a lot of them and they fit in your pocket.
To put into your head, Dwight, I believe Toy Biz did a similar thing, like kind of like Polly Pocket or whatever. And like I know Playmates did it with Ninja Turtles also, where it would be little tiny play sets, and it was like comic themed for like X-Men and everything, where you got tiny little figures and it opened up and there was like a little play set and it was a portable thing, and it's like stuff like that is
like
dope.
Mighty Max.
Like Mighty Max did it as well. Really cool. And I think that that's something that's not really out there as much these days, you know, like there's I would love that, because, you know, I'll go to a restaurant and I got my son in tow, and it's like I would rather him be playing with something that rather than, you know, here's a phone or like whatever, you know, like, so it's like something little compact that you could bring in the car or bring places. It's dope. Very cool toys.
You know, my kid, she always wants to bring a big backpack full of everything, and I'm like, okay, let's 3 things. Like, you could bring 3 things. It's like, oh no, I'm just destroying the whole world by saying that. But it's like, because she wants to bring dolls or like, but that's what's cool is like, you know, like I've kind of like pushed like the tech away, so it's like she'll play with dolls, or right now she's really into Pokemon cards. Like she is all about Pokemon right now.
That's
or her
better
little
than the
fidgets,
20-something-year-olds at the Target all the time buying Pokemon cards.
right?
What
Yeah,
I see every time I go into Target.
yeah. So like for her, it's this fun thing. Like, oh, I want to get this character. I want to do that. Like, there's no, there's no value or anything. And if there is any value, it's like, oh, that one's a hard to get one because it says on here that it's hard to get. Like, you know. Let me read Jurassic Jesse's super chat here. He says, "Hey Dwight, does Hasbro give you all the figures like Gentle Giant gives Adam all the figures?"
Oh, yeah, they do. No. And it's just like Dwight's going to tell you it's the same thing as me, where it's like, no, he'll get them maybe occasionally. Like he's got to beg Ryan probably.
Ryan hooks me up as best as he can, often, but everything we get now through the development process has security codes on it. So all of the development stuff that we have, by the time we're all done with it, it all is doomed to the shredder because it just, it's not meant for making it out there. So
People have seen that too, because some of the figures, the first look figures that you guys have shared with YouTube guys have had those codes. So it's like, yeah, no one wants a code that like has basically Sharpied numbers and information on their faces and stuff. Like it's like that's not how you don't want to proudly display that.
Right.
I know that in the past Tony's told me before where they've like even like melted the numbers in and they just kind of like mash it right on the face and he's like, cool, all right, I wasn't gonna do anything with this, but
yeah,
cool.
different factories have different ways of going about how they do it. I remember when I was working on Transformers, they would like cut a like hot knife X through the faces, then they would take like red nail polish and swap it right through it, and you're just like, okay,
ouch.
It was funny. It's funny. You're like, I got to review this thing. It's like, I think it's okay, but you murdered it, so I don't know how to review it. It's like, can you send
crazy
me
battle damage?
Can you send me a picture of it with it not being murdered that I can look at?
Oh man.
What did you not want to look at any more toy news?
No, I just wanted to make it so people could see what
Oh, our lovely faces
a little bit better. That's all.
I was gonna say because there's still a bunch of stuff, including Street Fighter stuff, which is why
there's
what are
a
you
whole
doing?
There's a whole ton of stuff. But you want to stop and talk about mini Star Wars ships.
I know I did.
So
I did.
I guess we'll talk about the what is this? The Paz Vizsla, which is the
Ernie's
celebration.
Trying to go get this right now.
Yep.
So this is Star Wars Celebration exclusive, but they aren't selling it at the show. What they're doing is they're giving people codes, individual QR codes that they can scan to then order it. So you have to have that special QR code in order to order this. So I think that's a cool idea for an exclusive, like in general. And this is like, it's Jon Favreau, like, cool. I mean, like, I already have my Happy Hogan figure, so I don't need this. But I do think it's a cool piece, and good on Ernie for trying to get it.
Yeah. What do you think, Chamba?
I think it's cool. I mean, like, for those who actually didn't already kit bash this, I guess.
Yeah.
This is it.
They're Happy Hogan.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, Dwight, you've made this so it's like anyone can make this at home.
I like our Happy Hogan figure. That one turned out really good.
They have to Sharpie on the facial hair, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Well, we'll need to get around to doing a No Way Home. Was that the last movie? No Way Home? Was that the right name?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. We'll have to get around to doing that version of him at some point anyways. So
yeah,
now we can take lead from our friends at Star Wars.
Yes.
Zoink.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it's cool. I've got the heavy gunner or heavy Mando already, so
it's a sweet looking armor.
Does look good.
Agreed. All right. Let's see here. Let's talk Mezco Let's talk Green Goblin. And we can't say Mezco too many times, or else Fabio might.
He appears like
Which he was a
Candyman.
guest on Tuesday's Chat Migos Assemble. So if you guys missed that, go check that out. We had a lot of fun with Fabio. So
Who they
here we,
recognize from such shows as The Mandalorian.
yeah, look at it, just comes full circle.
Boba Fett.
Yeah, full circle there. So
I know I watched Chat Migos. I didn't watch it on Tuesday because I had plans Tuesday, but I did watch it on Wednesday, and I like that Fabio made sure to mention that he was scanned while he was on Book of Boba Fett by Gentle Giant. So he wants me to dig up his scan so he can make custom action figures of himself. So I did catch that, Fabio. Don't worry. Someday, maybe we can make that happen.
all right. What are your thoughts on the Green Goblin here?
I pre-ordered this. I do dig this. Yes, it looks like Amigo. Like it looks like a glorified good Migo. But I that's kind of part of why I'm into it, like it's like he comes with goofy accessories. Cheney just disappeared and I still don't have powers. I'm gonna mention this all the time. But he comes with some great accessories, a hand that I know our friend Papa Schmitty is super excited about, where he's throwing a frog. And then he also comes with a hand where he's throwing a little ghost. So these are obvious, and it's like crazy because like I'm a big comic book fan. I'm a big Spider-Man fan, even though I think he has the X-Men theme song. So in general, I love Green Goblin. I'm ordering this figure. I have no idea what those references are. Like I think that they're hilarious, but throwing a frog and throwing a ghost, I no idea where those came from. But I'm all for it. It's kind of awesome. I will say this. I did not order it direct from Mezco. I ordered it from Dorkside Toys because they do not charge deposit, and they also do not charge shipping and no sales tax. So that was the cheapest option. I believe it. Yeah, it was $112 out the door for this Green Goblin, so it seemed like the best option for me. So yeah, and Dorkside, I believe Dorkside is actually a vendor at Star Wars Celebration. So if anyone's at Star Wars Celebration, go pop by Dorkside Toys, say hello, and tell them that maybe they should sponsor Toy Migos because I'm pimping them all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
I think the unmasked head sculpts look great.
Yeah.
But you did, it like the first time I saw this, I was like, oh, it's a nice Amigo.
Totally
looks like it's part of the charm, I think. Like you know what you're getting with this. It looks.
Danny, can you enhance? Can you zoom in on those goofy the ghost throwing hand and the frog throwing hand?
Ghost face is the best,
right? It's ridiculous. Those are so silly. And like I said, I have no idea what they're actually from.
It says Ghost Bomb, Frog Bomb.
Yeah. Awesome. Sold.
I don't know.
I just wanted to highlight Papa's comment here. He wanted to thank you for making Frogman.
Thank you for liking Frogman.
Dwight, Papa Schmitty has like 15 of them. Like he's literally army building Frogman. It's crazy.
He loves Frogman. Yeah. So
has he watched the Disney Plus trailer?
Oh, he lost it.
Oh yeah,
the Green Power Rangers version of Frogman.
Love it.
Yeah.
Version.
Dwight, do you buy any of the Mezco 1/12 stuff? Any of the soft goods Mezco pieces? Have you?
I bought a couple of their early ones. I had their Captain America and their Harley. I have those. I have those two. I might have a Superman somewhere as well. I like them. They're beautiful. They're just not. I'm just not into those kind of price points. That's why I like the stuff that we make. Not more, but I like the idea. I like that we can get 3 or 4 of ours for the price of some of these, and it's just it's a different experience.
Yeah.
You know, first and foremost, it's not the same, you know, by any means. They do an amazing job. It's just I can't drop that kind of money, so I'd rather not get myself too deep into another one of those wells that I'm just going to be regretting. You know, I don't have that much shelf space left anymore for new things either. So it's kind of like, you know, the one we've talked about this, the one big treat for me is usually when I dink around in the soda booth, right? It's like or Storm, sorry, Storm.
Collectibles.
Yeah, it's like they just, I don't know. Yeah, I appreciate all of them, and I check them all out when I go to the cons or online when the pictures. But as far as my investment, I have to limit that to just like one thing, just because it could get out of hand too quick. There's just too much awesome stuff these days, man.
Way too much.
Toys nowadays are just so freaking good. It's like, you know, it's.
What's your take though? Would you say that these are dolls?
No, they're still action figures. They're still action figures.
I alley-ooped that one right to you. You could have had a sound bite of you being like, yeah, no, they're totally dolls. You're on, they're not dolls, Dwight. Come on. You had the opportunity. You're like, in fact,
it's right there on the top of the screen, isn't it?
Yeah.
They actually are dolls.
Yeah, no, I like that. I got the subliminal messaging right in there.
Right, yeah.
No, they're action figures. Yeah.
You fed it to Dwight, and he succumbed.
Alley-ooped.
Oh,
Alley-dooped.
For one of your guys, my room is angled because my laptop is in a corner, so it projects a tilted thing. I just like to keep everybody feeling uneasy whenever I'm on, so everything's slightly. You know, this is the home of the East Coast earthquakes. That's why everything's a little bit crooked here.
Like vertigo inducing.
Yeah. Does it help if I just start doing this while we're talking? I'll just keep moving them around. But
it's on a constant rocker.
Yeah, just a little. Oh no! Here we go again.
So, sorry about that. 1/6 shooter.
Yep.
1/6 shooter is a amazing toy photographer, and I love that he's been losing sleep over your ceiling.
He's also a celebration too. So shout out to Trevor. Yeah.
He too can go visit Dorkside Toys and, you know, mention that Toy Me sent you.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about what a couple people had mentioned. They had dipped out of the stream to watch this right now because I guess it is.
Oh, it's on now. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, see you guys.
I know. Yeah. I said everyone. We're gonna actually like we could do we can make Kev toying around upset, and we can just like live stream watch it together and do commentary. Have our very own.
So let's really
let's really screw with people. Watch an episode of Obi-Wan, then watch an episode of Stranger Things, and then go back to Obi-Wan. And
I like this. And then we can all fall asleep on the stream together, guys.
Yep.
This figure, the third sister, she looks cool. Like, I think this is a cool toy. I just, you know, without having
context
without the context of the show yet, I'm like, all right, I want to see like if I like her enough and if she lasts long enough that I need an action figure of her. But yeah, it looks like a cool figure. It looks like it's really well done. I dig her lightsaber. I dig, you know, overall cool. She's got really nice thick thighs. I dig it. You know, thick thighs save lives.
Yep.
Or in this case, I guess she probably slaughters lives, but you know, in general,
takes lives.
Yeah.
It's cool that they rolled it out in like all three lines too. So you've got the vintage collection version, and then you got the retro. And I really like that they've been doing this with the
retro one. Looks like those old school toothpicks from drinks. You know, the sword.
Yeah,
toothpick. Like that thing looks like it belongs in a drink.
But I like how they do this though. It's like, okay, now you could take these, you know, newer characters and pair them with the older characters from your, you know, if you have the old collection. I dig that. I think that's cool.
I just want to see her murdering olives with her.
Yep.
Just stab it through pimento stuffed olives. Oh man,
Sounds delicious.
yeah, scrumptious. All right. What are your thoughts, Chamba?
I think it looks cool. The sculpt is great. It's all unique, right? I mean, I
looks
don't
like
think I've
it.
seen a lot of those parts on anything. But yeah, I don't know the character at all, and hopefully she lasts in the series, I guess, to make it worth it. But yeah, as a figure, it looks great, and it is cool that they released it in all those various formats.
Yes. Any thoughts, Dwight?
No, I'm kind of sticking with what you guys are saying. I'm
Okay.
gonna hold all of my thoughts till I watch a few episodes and see what I think of the whole new series. I'm just it's been a while since we've got something for Star Wars, so I'm excited to dive back into that, wonderful world and see what's coming next.
All right. Fair enough. Let's go over to Storm Collectibles. This one's
Ooh,
been
speaking of Storm Collectibles,
this is
Storm
one
Collect-
we've been waiting for a
5 years.
long time for.
I think they showed it off like 5 years ago.
Yeah. It's been a while. So they're finally going to put out Liu Kang, and you get the dragon. So
I beg to differ there, Cheney. I think that this is you get a dragon with an accessory Liu Kang.
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. I'll give that to you for sure.
Whichever works.
Yeah,
I might buy it just for the dragon. It depends on the price point, but like that dragon is dope. No,
I don't know.
you're not into it.
Yeah,
Is
I
he
don't
too?
know.
Is he too goofy looking? Because
I
he's
think
like,
so.
yeah.
I think the
That's a
design
little
is goofy.
silly,
The figure
yeah.
looks cool though.
right. That's what I mean. Like
The
part
figure looks cool.
part of the
Yeah.
goofiness is what I like about it.
Yeah,
you know,
sure. It's got
That
a
makes
yeah,
sense,
it's
yeah.
charming because of it.
It does look like something you would like. You are correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dwight, what do you think about this?
I think it's pretty cool, and I can see the fatality with it. Just right there, it's like I've already capped my quota for this line, so I'm like I said, I'm moving over to that Darkstalkers realm eventually. But I think it's really cool. I imagine that thing's got to be what 13, 14 inches tall. Because
Something
the
crazy.
figure
Yeah,
itself
Liu
is
Kang's
probably
gonna be
between
7,
7 and 8,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's about 7 something. So it might be even 12 inches tall.
Wow.
I like. Did you see Nick's Figs comment? It's because it's Storm. Cheney hates everything
Yeah.
Storm.
Yeah.
That's why you don't like the dragon.
Yeah,
It's like the
that's
dragon's
why.
cool if it was made by Bandai.
Yeah.
But Storm, no thanks.
Yeah.
If it was an SHF dragon,
Yeah.
that would be
I-
totally cool.
Like I said, I just think it's cool that they're like people are finally getting Liu Kang. Like,
Yeah.
I've said it multiple times. Like, it's like they should have had the whole roster for Mortal Kombat 1 done by
Mhm.
now. Like,
Where's
it just-
Sonya?
yeah.
Well,
Did they
well,
do Kano?
No Kano. No.
Oh yeah,
Sonya.
because they showed a prototype of Kano at WonderCon. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so we're still waiting on Kano and Sonya, and yeah.
I want the video game crossover that has Mortal Kombat versus Golden Axe, and you can have the dragon,
Oh.
so that the barbarian and them ride to battle Liu Kang and his dragon now.
That's dope. And
They can
like
have
they're
Liu Kang
doing
ride the
both
dragon.
lines, so it's like it's perfect
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Now I've got a face off of Death Adder versus Shao Kahn going in my mind, and I'm like,
You're like, oh yes.
ooh. Sorry, give me a minute, guys. It's not over yet.
Yeah.
Dwight loves him some big beefy fighting men. So there you go.
Still makes him good.
I just have weak, pathetic fool going through my head over and over again now.
Awesome. All right. And then let's talk about another reveal from NECA.
This was a surprise to me
Mhm.
that they're doing, and like I think this is really cool. So for anyone that doesn't know, this is the Dungeons and Dragons line, but this is I think it was it LJN? It probably says it in the copy there, right? So basically I think it was LJN, I might be wrong, made the Dungeons and Dragons line back in like the 80s or whatever, and this was an unreleased wave. So these were figures that were planned to be coming out, but then never happened for whatever reason. I guess the interest died out. So NECA is doing these 4 figures in the style and card backs of the old line to basically complete that old line. So
That's
I think
really cool then.
yeah,
That's
it's like
neat.
again like NECA showing that like they get the concept of exclusives. Like it's like I really like that a lot. It's not 100% necessary, but if you're into it, like you're gonna totally love this. So with that said, I am not going to be buying these. I did love that line when I was a kid, but
Yeah.
I want updated versions, and I'm very, very excited about War Duke, which we've discussed multiple times now.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
That was one of my favorite action figures as a kid. War
That's
Duke was
great.
like he would battle
Cool.
Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow and Luke and all of them, and I still have that in one of my trunks in my basement. That War Duke was
nice.
for me. Give me more Dungeons and Dragons. Give me Dungeons and Dragons. Give me Forgotten Realms. Give me Dragonlance. Give me all of that stuff because I need more fantasy toys in my life.
Dwight and I live in the fantasy world.
Yeah.
Together.
What's cool too is like with these,
I'm
like,
a hobbit, and he's a probably a dwarf, right? Like a taller dwarf, slightly. No, just because of the beard.
Isn't that called a human?
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Sure. A slightly taller dwarf is a
A
human.
taller dwarf.
What I was gonna say is what's cool about these is you kind of get a glimpse of like what's probably to come in the other line for the NECA figures. So that's really cool. And I didn't know that about these. I didn't read any of that either. But I didn't know about that these were the ones that were supposed to come out. So that's really neat and awesome of
You're
them to
welcome,
do that.
Jamie.
Yeah,
Right.
thank you, Adam.
Dropping some knowledge bombs on you.
It's been
Watch me be all wrong though.
Oh
'cause
my
it's like
God.
there's a chance. There's totally a chance I
You
made
sounded
that
convincing
all up.
though. You
Yeah,
sounded
Yeah,
convincing.
right?
You sold it very well,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Did it?
You sold the idea.
Yeah.
I'd rather-
If that's not the truth, it should be the truth.
It's now the truth. That is the new truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get distracted in my head a lot. I just want to be a kobold or a hobgoblin. I don't want to be a human. I'm already a human. I want to be something different.
Yeah, he's like, what the heck, man?
I like that Dwight thought about this. He's like, no, I don't want to be human. I'm already human.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
all,
yeah.
I could have been an elf or
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. And the best thing that Adam came up with was, I'm a hobbit, so he's like a taller hobbit.
A tall dwarf.
Maybe a dwarf.
yeah, he's like he's fuzzy, so he could be a tall dwarf. It's like then I'm just a fuzzy human. Like that's not fair.
In the fantasy world, you pick me as a human. What's going on?
Yeah,
Man.
that sucks, Adam.
Sorry.
How dare you? And then we have Formo toys with Legends of Dragonor. I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, I don't either, but these look like they're meant to go in with vintage He-Man Masters of the Universe.
Is this
right?
that Kickstarter stuff with the like their own like off like universe characters, or is this an actual thing?
It says on Lago probably, or Dario knows more since they posted it, but it says they're up for pre-order. So it might have started as a Kickstarter, but it sounds like they're just making these and releasing them at least on their own website. So
Okay.
I mean, they're not the new Mattel style where it's more
Old school.
articulated versions. These look like they straight up have that vintage, what is it, 7 points of articulation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or maybe 6 points of articulation.
6 because of the waist.
Yeah. But that's cool. Anyone that's into this stuff, like more characters to fill out your Snake Mountain or Castle Grayskull, or
Yeah, it's cool because it sort of reminds me of like the bootlegs that were released at that time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Where they would other companies would just remold the bodies and then just create new
Right. Like
characters,
what was
new
it? There was
lines.
Dark Star or something was another.
was a-
Like it's
it
like
was a
there were like
handful.
other
Yeah.
lines that were like basically biting off of Masters.
But this
of
would
the
like
Universe and stuff.
perfectly fit right there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's why it's pretty rad.
They're pretty cool.
Dragonor. Yeah, you can pre-order right now. They shop.
That
So
thing
it's
looks
on
like
Kickstarter.
it came from some Kirby.
It does look
Yeah,
Kirby.
Yeah, it
inspired.
does. Big time.
Yeah, that's like some New Gods like
Yeah, that's
armor
like
right
a new
there.
that's a new god samurai right there.
Yep.
That's cool.
He fights Orion and Mr. Miracle and Big Barda for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you can go to the. You can buy the whole set from their website right now. It's available.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a pre-order.
All right, and then we've got a pre-order up for Star Wars Retro Collection box set.
This is the early bird, basically, right?
Yeah,
So like this
basically.
is I mean, it's super cool. Like I honestly, if I was not already in that we keep beating this dead horse, but like space, the commitment of space, I would get these just to keep carded, and like they're beautiful. This is what I played with as a kid.
And you would win every science fair
Exactly, like Ralph
competition
Wiggum. I would bring it in.
They're all here.
Wait, it was his, but it was supposed to be a diorama, right?
Yes.
And it was just like carded Star Wars figures. Yeah.
The whole 78 wave is here.
Yep.
You win. You win.
I mean, this is super dope. What is it? What's the price listed? $70, and you get
$69.99. Yeah,
6 figures, $70. I mean, that's not so. It's like what 12-ish bucks a figure. I mean, honestly, that's less than Super 7 reaction figures are right now, anyway. So,
and like I said, after Adam gets these, he's gonna go and just like go into every science diorama competition and just put those
just
out
beat
there.
them all.
Yeah, win.
Yep. Done.
Oh, that scene was so great. But they're all here. They're all here. Oh, you win.
And this is, I think that Ernie's not here, and he could probably answer this the best. But I think that even those the retro collection circular thing, I think those stickers might be removable too. I could be wrong about that.
No, I don't think so. I think those
They're
are just
not
printed on like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Because when I'd seen them in the stores before, they're legit printed on.
Okay.
Yeah. That way there's no confusion.
There's no chance that people
sell
will
them.
yeah.
All right. Let's continue on here.
I'm gonna be so repetitive with my giving NECA so much props for knowing how to do exclusives right. Like this is again one that is not a necessary figure for your collection by any means, is it is based off of the movie poster, and it's like props to them for figuring out how to do it and make it look pretty good too, because they literally sculpted beams of light. Like there's the movie poster that's part of the packaging, so it's like his face is supposed to be lit up. They not only do they have a light up head option, but they also sculpted the beams of light, so it's like you can display it whichever way you wish, and it's like that's dope. Like that's super super cool. I'm a big fan of the Thing movie. I do have the McCready, the Ultimate McCready. I only have the first one, but this is another one where it's like if I find myself online at the NECA booth for an exclusive, this might end up making its way into my order.
Was it sad that my mind is such on a one-way track that I'm like, man, that the beams of light would be cool for like an Iceman effect?
That's just making it about the X-Men.
Let me get out my pen.
Yeah. I'm just thought you can make some cool Iceman effects with that. Just take it. Whoop, all right. What about the figure? I don't know where the figure went, but man, look at Iceman now. He's so cool.
Yeah, my brain doesn't follow a normal train of thought. This pops up, and all I want now is Big Trouble Little China Kurt Russell, which has nothing to do with this. It's just where my mind
It's
goes.
Kurt Russell though.
Yeah. I mean, Big Trouble in Little China and Snake Plissken, you know, like those two deserve super articulated action figures for sure.
Heck yeah.
You have no idea how quickly I jumped on board to fight to make Ego the minute I found out that Kurt Douglas was going to be in the MCU. I'm like, we're doing Ego. Who's Ego? Doesn't matter. I haven't seen reference yet. I don't care. We're doing it. We're
Kurt Russell.
If it's Kurt Russell, we're going to make that action figure because I absolutely
and
adore
people
that man.
have actually been, I don't know if you've seen it, but they've been head swapping that Kurt Russell head onto the Thor Love and Thunder, you know, the Thor in the wife beater look.
Okay.
The Ravager.
I mean, like it doesn't look correct, but it's like very heavily inspired.
Like if you blur your eyes, you're like, this is Jack Burton right here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The other part too is like a lot of people were saying, they're like, oh man, that's Star-Lord. He's got kind of like a Kurt Russell look to him, and so they've been taking that head too and putting it on that Thor body, and they're like, yeah, that's gonna work for now.
Turn your head sideways a little bit. Yeah.
This will do for now.
Yeah, I would take the boot tassels from Forge, put them on the tank top Wolverine, and throw that head on that, and then get make a fabric Baja to put over it.
See, look at you, Dwight's a customizer.
Dwight's already done it.
Yep.
Yeah, he's got it behind the camera. It's just you don't see it. He was looking at it. He's like, yeah.
Don't listen to those mean men, Mr. Jack Burton. Everything's fine.
All right.
And I made a custom pork chop express, semi too.
That would be wicked.
All right. So yes, this is a perfect exclusive. It's not something that's like, oh man, this is like a pivotal thing in the line. It's like, it's really cool. If you have the opportunity to get it, definitely pick it up for sure.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. And I just can't I feel so bad when it comes to like Mythic Legion stuff, because I can never like really keep up enough to know what's going on all the time, because there's so much stuff coming out and it all looks amazing.
This is a con exclusive. So
okay.
Like this one specifically is what is it? It's the Legions Con Saturday exclusive. So it's gonna be $50. You can limited to buying 2 of them. But this thing's dope looking, right? We can all agree. Like the wings, then it has the helmeted head and the skull head.
The skull head is where it's at for me.
Yeah.
Like, dude.
The skull heads are great in general. I think they have some articulated jaws and stuff going on, but this is super cool. I dabble in Mythic Legions. I would have bought this had I had the opportunity, because like this is definitely cool looking.
Do you have any Mythic Legions, Dwight?
Oh, hell no. I wouldn't stop. I wouldn't be able
Dwight's
to stop.
fantasy, so it's like this.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, no,
Dwight,
the
Horsemen go and they have a booth usually at Designer Con, and like that's a convention that you should try to make it out to at some point. It's at the Anaheim Convention Center usually in November, but I think you would really like it. It's cool, like lots of small independent companies, a lot of cool art, and then toys. And like I said, the 4 Horsemen weren't at the past one, but the past one was like this last one was basically everyone getting back into the swing after the pandemic. So I'm sure that they'll likely be at the next one or the one after. And it's a great way to get and dabble in the Mythic Legions line is by seeing them in person. Or you're in Rhode Island, so Jersey's not that far of a trek. They do a lot of the Jersey conventions where it's like seeing them and messing with some of them in person. You would not be a mistake to grab 1 or 2 of these guys for sure.
I can't, man. I can't. I fell in love with this line on their Wave 1 stuff. It was, I mean, it was just these I have to love from afar. I feel like I want to just go back to my roots of loving this stuff and just print the pictures of all of them and just put them in a book and just look through
a lot of those pictures were taken by 1/6 Shooter. Actually,
It's true.
He does a lot of the promotional photography for the Four Horsemen. So, yeah, look at that full circle right there.
Yeah,
enable you.
I love everything about that line. They're probably the best fantasy line going, maybe ever. You know,
sure.
and it's just they're just
consistent.
And they're just so weird and wacky too. It's like it's not good guy knight, you know, or paladin and the ranger and the wizard. It's just these cool monstrified versions of fantasy things. And from a kid who just loved playing Dungeons and Dragons as a kid and not having a whole lot of toys to fill that love as a child, there was a little bit, like you said, there was there was a Dungeons and Dragons line, so there was stuff out there, but it wasn't nearly as deep as I would have. I don't know, man. It's like, I know they're more expensive than a purchase that you make typically for your child. But man, it's like I don't know what I would have done if I was a kid having those as an opportunity to play with.
Man.
If I was 8 years old now and my father was a psycho who bought those for me. I don't know. I don't know.
Best dad.
Yeah.
That's I feel like you're personally attacked because I bought like the Sentinel, Cuphead, and Mugman for my son, and those are like $55 action figures as well. It's like, yeah, yep. In that boat.
Yeah, no, my buddy
hey, we're starting to run low on time, and I do have one thing that I have to ask Dwight, because I was
yes, very true.
Sent a message that, Dwight, you have to tell me about the Blue Marvel hair, the paint on Blue Marvel's hair.
Why do you gotta be this way?
I am not personally.
Ryan.
I got a DM about this question. So talk to me about Blue Marvel's hair. And now, and just to fill everyone in, Blue Marvel is in an upcoming wave that is set to be, I mean, I think it's hitting in the UK right now. I think Dan Who has posted some reviews already. But Blue Marvel, the version that you guys did of Blue Marvel in the comics, he has some gray
frosting
in his hair, but the figure
nope, that's on me. That's on me. I missed it.
Oh no.
I missed the frosting, the Reed Richards kind of texture inside of his head. So that we were talking the other day about doing the helmeted version of Blue Marvel. Because that's just another cool look for him at some point. And whenever we get around to doing that version, I said, well, we got to throw in an unmasked head, the same head, but we give him the frosting so that we can
look at that,
make up
Dwight caring about the fans.
Hey man, it's like we always do the best we possibly can every time. We have, hands down, I honestly believe we have the most passionate and most loving of toy team at Hasbro. I think every one of us feels strongly about what we do. And
I don't care about this stuff at all.
Yeah, we just love this stuff so much, and we put everything we have into it. And but when you're doing as much as you are, and every once in a while you miss a thing or two, and it always every time when it gets caught by at a production stage or from a fan, it's just a shot to the nuts, and it's just like, God, it's like, how did we how do we miss it? And hopefully, and usually it's just a small thing, and we try to make it right as soon as we can, but it does stink. It's like we always get mad because you're just like, if I'm making something that I want you guys to put your hard-earned money into, and not just you guys, but the community as whole. It's like, toys they're not cheap, man. And there's a lot of things for you to look at it and to pick from. So we want our stuff to be, you know, as best as it possibly can be every time out. And, you know, if we miss something, we are truly sorry, and we will do our best to make it right when we have an opportunity to revisit a character, because you know, we want you guys to be with us for the long haul. I mean, you guys have been many of you guys have been Legends fans since 2002. 20 freaking years of making awesome, amazing action figures, and God willing, you know, we'll have you guys for another 20, you know, and you know, I probably won't be here for that, you know, but you know, hopefully I'll be here with you guys for a chunk of that, anyways.
Yeah.
The other thing I think that people don't kind of comprehend too is like the amount of like characters and figures that you guys probably sort through on a daily basis. So it's fairly easy for something like that to kind of fall through the cracks, where it's like, oh yeah, the paint on his hair, oh, missed that.
Yeah, it's harder to actually make up for it as well, especially if you're that far into it. You're like, it happens.
Yeah, no, I mean, like another prime example is Psylocke, right? Like when Psylocke first dropped, she had black hair instead of the purple hair, and you guys were able to jump on that pretty quick and put out that other one. But yeah, no,
yeah, and because of that, Ernie started army building Psylocke heads for some inexplicable reason.
No bodies, just the heads.
Yeah, she's just like, he has a ton of.
That's not creepy at all.
I know, exactly.
No, it's so funny because it's like, no, dude, like if you take the head off of the, you know, the newer one and put it on the old body, you got the perfect one. He mixed it up and he thought it was like, okay, so get the head off the old one and put it on the new body. All right, I got it. He's all, so I like, this guy hit me up for a trade, and it was like, all right, yeah, no, like I'll send you the purple one, you send me the black one, we're good. And he's all, wait a minute, no, this is backwards. And I'm like, yeah, what are you doing?
Womp womp womp.
Yeah, and then he kept trying, and like he forgot a couple times later on too, where he's like, no, I'm looking for the purple one, why do I keep getting the black one? Like,
he just buys the purple one brand new, and he's like, cool, I'll give you the new one.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll make another note. We need another let's get a new Betsy out there somewhere.
Yeah,
I still want to do the pink armor. Betsy was one of the first comic characters that I fell in love with, and I really would like to, and that was in the early 90s, right? So I would love to do the hood and the cloak and the body armor. That was, I love that version of Psylocke so much.
I didn't make that one at all. No, and I feel like I feel like the Jim Lee version one could get revisited at some point down the road anyway, especially with pinless and double elbows. She's a ninja.
Absolutely.
And I like, and as someone who we worked on the Marvel Legends figure, and we actually also worked on the Diamond Marvel Select figure, I don't think there is I have the Mayfex. I don't think there is a perfect Psylocke.
No, there's not.
Jim Lee look. So I think there's room for there to be, like, there's room to take another crack at it. Absolutely. And try to make a perfect Jim Lee Psylocke. So
my engineer, who must never be named, wants us to do Psylocke, but to have the sculpted double arms and legs, but with the sculpted strapping and stuff. So instead of it just because, you know, just because you can use a base body, it's still nice when we have the opportunity to make those characters more, you know, unique, or just, you know, just doesn't always have to be paint. You know, it's a great fix if we have to go that route. But if we have the opportunity to take a strong character like she is and to do a more proper version with a little bit more of that extra love and attention to detail, you know, we definitely want to do that. It's just taking that and balancing it in your portfolio of everything you have to make for the year and say, okay, if I make that costs X amount of dollars, that means I don't have those dollars to do something elsewhere. So is it better to make those special arms and legs, or is it better just to paint those and then use that money for a body armor or a cape or something that makes us an actual different character or whatever?
You got to balance it. Yeah, it's tricky.
Yeah, it was. I think I've even told you before. Tony had explained to me a long time ago the way that works, because it was like, yeah, no, there's only X amount here to work with, and you can't throw it all on one figure. And then, like for instance, like the old Marvel universe, like Mysterio, how he had the Peter Parker head underneath. It was like, well, if we're doing all this here, let's go ahead and put that there, and we can you guys stretch it as far as you can. Like you guys have mastered it when it comes to stuff like that, where it's like, yeah, a lot of stuff goes here or a lot of stuff goes there, but at the end we're trying to get the best thing for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
So heck yeah. And it was funny, I was looking at the new Jubilee, and I was questioning, I'm like, why doesn't she have boots? What happened there? And I'm thinking, and then as I'm like looking at the box and I'm looking at the stills of it, I get it, because the actual comic version has like the shorter boots, and then this one has the longer boots, and they're not really that wrinkly in like the show anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured that was probably the reason why you guys went that way.
Absolutely, yeah. It was just looking at the cells from the show and just like, oh, she's got these smooth ones. They're not like the texture of this. We're like, okay, cool. And it allowed us to do something that was just a little bit different than the last one. And we've always, you guys talked to me before, and whenever we're at the shows and stuff, they're like, oh, well, people come up to us sometimes and they're like, I spent an awful lot of money on a Comic-Con set or whatever from a while ago. I hope you're not going to revisit that character, in the main line. And we never know when we will or will not revisit characters. But when we do, with very few exceptions, we always try to make them special or change the deco or maybe the accessories or something, so that if you did buy it 2 or 3 years ago, that one still can be special and unique to that purchase at that point in time, so that it's not like the same exact figure just being shipped over 5 years later, over 2 years later, over. It's like, we over the course of a couple of years, you never know what kind of technological advancements you might have that allow us to do things like double pinless arms on the females now, or the photo reel on the faces. It's like,
I was just gonna say that, like, the face on this came out great, like on both of the heads, and it's like a leap and bound from what we had with the Build-A-Figure version. Let's see if I can...
Cheney, perhaps will there be a review on that figure sometime in the near future?
Stay tuned to this channel. Yeah, they're coming. Yeah, starting tomorrow.
Oh, nice. Wolverine and Jubilee together?
I don't know about together, separate. Yeah,
separate.
So
cool.
Wolverine will go first. So
very nice.
But yeah, no, I like how you guys took that old head, brought it back, painted it up all nice and shiny and new, and applied it to this, because it really adds that that cartoon feel to it, for sure.
We got a generous super chat from Nick's Figs. I'm gonna go ahead and say very far, but he says, how far away are we from getting the Marvel Legends X-Men swimsuit edition? Thank you for the amazing stream, guys. I like you guys, probably all of us on this panel remember the swimsuit editions, and it's like the X-Men weren't the only one that did it. Like the Image did it a lot.
Everybody did it,
but it became
Good on still does it with Street Fighter.
Yeah,
it's the thing.
So it's just all the comic book characters in skimpy bathing suits in some of the most questionable poses and stuff ever. While I absolutely remember those very fondly, and I think it's hilarious, it actually would make that's a perfect San Diego Comic-Con exclusive.
I was going to say it's a Comic-Con exclusive.
No way that Hasbro is ever going to be making, and I am not speaking on any knowledgeable basis other than I'm pretty damn sure there's no way
if Hasbro's I was the betting it,
Speedo Gambit at any point in time.
Colossus.
See, in order for those types of things that happen, I have to go in front of senior management and pitch it with a straight and legitimate face as to I've got a great idea, guys.
Gambit's got like a tiny. I
went in front
think
of Andrew
Gambit was
goes-
wearing like a hot pink speedo, and then it's like you got Colossus
He
making
remembers
a
the
muscle and like
swimsuit. Yep.
yeah.
There's a couple that popped up at the top of my mind, but I'm not even going to say them on air. Is to go look this up because I don't want you to have to go look that up. But there's a couple that I remember that you're just like, wow.
Highly
How about this?
questionable.
How about
Sun-
this? I could much
Sunscreen.
easier if you want to go into that kind of cheesecake, silly, weird realm. How about a X-Men softball team? You know, we could.
I would buy that. Like,
That'd be
that
rad.
kind of flavor.
Shamba and I love playing sports with our
Yeah.
dude,
Oh, yeah,
no, we were talking about.
I'm not saying we're doing that. I am not
right.
Yeah.
people, but that could be a fun thing that I could definitely pitch for like a concept, something. You know, if we could figure out a cost-effective way of making all of those different types of things, that could be a real fun thing to to dip into.
That would also
dude, I'd
fly
be
better than
all
a
over that.
swimsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be all over that. We were talking about that not too long ago. Like, oh man, that would be something that would just be so cool for them to make. Because, yeah, that issue where they're all playing baseball is just stellar. It's just like,
Dang.
oh man, that would.
What
be
about
so
like
cool.
it's like X-Men? I think it's like 4 or 5. It's like when Omega Red pops up in the X-Men book that they're playing a basketball game right beforehand.
That's what I'm confusing it with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because
Well,
the
they played
baseball one
the
was-
X-Men played baseball
play
like
baseball as
softball
well,
like
yeah.
a bunch of times before, but the basketball game, like I know you could probably get Ryan on board, Dwight, because Gambit he's got on like little cutoff shorts, and he's got on, which was really popular at the time, and I used to wear these. Now everyone's gonna hold this against me, but like guys in like the late 80s, early 90s wore belly shirts where
Yeah,
they were literally t-shirts that were cut right below the rib
Mhm.
cage because we wanted to show off our bellies. And
Nice.
Gambit was rocking one of those. So it's like, and I think he had a backwards baseball cap on too.
Yep.
He
Yep.
literally was dressed like Poochie.
Yeah.
He took I remember that issue. He took the shot and Wolverine cut 3/4 of the post out of the thing, so the basket moved.
Yeah, and they were they were getting mad at Gambit because they were like, "Oh, you're not supposed to use your powers," but his was natural agility.
Yeah,
So it's
he had
like,
natural agility anyway. They're like, that's not fair.
Yep.
Yeah.
Indeed,
Oh, yeah.
we're a bunch of nerds, guys.
Oh yeah. But you know what? Like, at what time, like, are you gonna be able to like do this, right? And then it's not very common for you to like have these conversations with someone who works on like such a great line like this. You know, like you don't always get this, chance to sit here and like, hey, let's talk about that X-Men issue where they played basketball, with someone who like works on some of these lines. Like sometimes you might get someone's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
And you're like,
Hasbro
oh.
is doing starting lineup, so there's sports coming.
Oh,
So maybe there's an opportunity.
there might be a chance.
I want to know how many basketballs did the X-Men lose when the court opened up for the for the Black.
God.
How many basketballs were melted or lost in the Pistons down in that thing, for all their emergencies? Because
Oh,
Accurate.
man.
Accurate.
because because they would be ready for a mission, and all of a sudden they'd hear Spider-Man.
Yeah.
The door would open, and the basketball would be
All right. Well, we are about out of time, so I want to first off thank you so much, Dwight, for taking the time out of your night to sit here and talk with us about this stuff when you could have been sleeping. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank you to the Chat Migos for coming and hanging out as always. Thank you guys so much. And most importantly, thank you guys for being, respectful and, showing Dwight here how we can be. We're not all like the way that some of the people portray us to be in the chat.
Name names, Cheney.
I'm not gonna do that, but I'm just saying that
Starting beef.
Yeah, no beef is started. I'm just saying I'm proud of the Chad Migos tonight. So thank you guys so much. And where can we find you on the internets, Dwight?
I'm at Stall Dwight on Instagram. That's the best way to find me. Every once in a while, I'll post up some fun little weird pictures and stuff, and just kind of that's where I like to follow all of the different amazing you guys out there and everything out there, because that's where I can find my like-minded weirdos, man. Those are my people, and that's what I like to. Since in a world where I'm still not able to be with you in person, that's the best way for you guys to slap me upside the head and say, "Hey, Tommy, you screwed this up," because I know you guys. You guys, I know it comes from a place of love, maybe kind of, sometimes not at all, but it's like it's like
kind of like the older brother, or just like, man, what's wrong with you?
You're like, hey man, hey Dwight, that's a great action figure. I really love it. I can't wait to add to my shelf. But why did you mess it up? This. And you're like, oh, that was almost thanks.
Yeah,
you
you're
had
like,
me at first, and then
it's a compliment first.
Yep.
That's how they get you.
Yeah. Wait, you know what? You can't take the praise without the criticism, because that's the only way you grow. And even though I'm only growing this way nowadays, it's like that's how
Dwight,
things.
That's all just very thick skin. That's right. Yeah. That's what I say. Yep. It's like after so many years of doing this and on the internet, we've grown thick skin, and it just accumulates in weird places.
Padding.
The thick skin.
It's padding.
Yeah,
you
thick
do.
padding.
You need that to survive in a world of social medias and internets.
It softens the blow. How about that?
Yep. Yeah. All right, Chamba, what do you got going on? How can we keep up with you, sir?
You can find me at the Chamba on Instagram and Twitter, on my other podcast, Chipper Chap Chat.
All right. And Adam?
I am at Playing With Myself all over the internet, and I'm actually wrapping up on Instagram right now, Marvel Legends Mayhem, which is a little thing. I did it last year where I took a bunch of Marvel Legends, pitted them against one another, and allowed anyone that's following me or that wants to check in to vote
on your multiple other accounts
on who will win. Cheney keeps thinking that it's fixed. It is not, in fact, fixed or rigged in any way. I promise. I don't know how to do that. It's done through Instagram polls, which you can also go back and view all of the old ones. They're handily saved right in my profile. So you click on Marvel Legends Mayhem and look to see who was pitted against who and what people voted for and what won. Anyway, Kang won the entire thing, which is great. Yes. But I will announce it right here tonight. You will see the official announcement on my Instagram page tomorrow that Dr. Doom has decided to step in to take on Kang. So it's going to be Doom versus Kang. I will announce that on my IG page tomorrow, but then the fight will go up on Saturday, and you will get to vote who wins, Dr. Doom or Kang the Conqueror. So that's coming up.
Do you not understand how brackets work? You had your whole thing going down, and then it's like, and then there's just one guy comes in from the other side.
Yes, he cheats. He's Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom was actually in the original last year's Marvel Legends Mayhem, and he got taken out in the final round by Symbiote Spider-Man. So he is back for revenge. All right, that's the story.
He should have started from the start here. Still, though, that's weird.
Yeah,
he doesn't. Doom, curse you, Richards. Curse you, Chamba.
Look at he plays by his own rules.
He does, I guess.
I know exactly.
He has
my damn page, guys.
Yeah, yeah. There you go. At the end of the day,
Kang can time travel. He can be like, yeah, you know what, you're not.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's all done. Yeah. All right. You can
travels to Adam's bedroom tonight, puts his hand in a warm glass of water.
I was hoping for something way dirtier than that.
No, this is good.
Yeah, this is fine. This is good enough.
Better.
Yeah. You can check me out on Cheney180 on Instagram. Also check me out on Tuesdays on Chatmigos Assemble. Come hang out in the Discord. Having a lot of fun over there. Also check out the Facebook group as well. I'm going to be posting these to the Facebook page. So if anything happens in the future with the YouTubes again, you can know now to go to the directly to the Facebook, and that way you can get your fix of the stream if you like. Also, what is it? We've got reviews coming. So tomorrow will be the animated Wolverine review. I think we got another Super 7 Ultimates review after that, and then I think Jubilee is going to come after that. So we got quite a bit of stuff rolling down the pipeline here.
Super 7 Ultimates Transformers review, are they all done by Super 7's new mascot, the Fallen Fett?
That is correct. That is correct.
He's their unofficial mascot.
Unofficial.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you want to check out the Super 7 Ultimates Transformers David review, Optimus Prime, go ahead and check that out on our YouTube channel here.
Hey, Cheney, do you have that Wolverine VHS close by, the figure?
Oh, the figure? Or I
the
thought you
figure.
were talking about the VHS.
Well, the figure itself. Is the figure hiding someplace? Okay, well, because Dwight was just talking about making me pee in my pants. I don't know if we've ever pointed out to Dwight that it looks like that Wolverine peed in his pants.
That's horrible.
The paint, look at the paint on the inner thigh. It looks like he peed himself.
Dude, that's okay. He's
great?
excited. He's excited.
Yeah. Just so you know, Dwight, you can talk to Tony about that. You guys made a figure that looks like he peed himself.
He's a superhero. He doesn't have time for toilets.
Exactly.
You know, he got
It's cool.
I'm the best there is at what I do, and what I do is wet my pants.
All right. That's about enough here.
That's right. I had to wrap it up classy, like.
Yeah, we're staying classy yet again. Well, as I said before, thank you everybody so much for coming and hanging out, and as always, thank you so much, Dwight. As always, I am Cheney 180.
I'm playing with myself.
I'm Chamba.
and I'm Stall Dwight.
And remember, guys, they're not dolls.
Fly!